Welcome to Rockford University's admitted student webinar for today. Um, you already met me and you met Daniel. I also want you to know Maria Deemer. She's our executive director, and all three of us are here to serve you and answer your questions and support you from application to graduation, like we like to say. Today's topics are the Community Friends Program, which is something that's very close to my heart, and I'm excited to tell you about it. We'll talk about what to bring, airport pickup day, and orientation. So first of all is our Community Friends Program. We have lots of people in our community that love our international students, and they work very hard to support them. And our community friends connect with students. We have made sure that they're all safe. We know most of them personally. And when you come, if you would like to be a part of the Community Friends program, we can connect you with an individual or a family. We've connected over 153 students with more than 46 community friends and families. And the great thing about this program is that they support you on weekends or holidays when the office or the school might be closed. So you might be wondering, what can I do with my community friend? Well, you don't live with them, but we do ask them to reach out to you twice a month for one semester. So if you've never been in an American home, it's your chance to live life with them and understand what the American culture is like off campus. They might invite you for a meal on a holiday or share a family tradition. One family took their student out in the woods to cut down a tree to put up in their house for the Christmas holiday. They might share family traditions. They might take you shopping. Maybe you'll go to a sporting event on campus or a musical art or theater event. There's a lot of fun things to do in the US with our different seasons. This community friend took her student to the apple orchard in the fall to pick apples. And you might do some things on campus. This is Mateo. He's from Argentina. He said, the biggest benefit of having a community friend is that I was able to build a friendship with someone from the community in spite of our age and language difference. Our bond is so strong that I call them my American grandparents. And I'm going to back up 2 slides and just show you the top middle picture is our community friend she lived in Japan for several years. And so her name is Marcy. And so there she is welcoming our new students from Japan for the first time. So hopefully you're interested in this program. It's completely optional. All you have to do is complete the application. We do ask you to sign a waiver just saying that if you fell down and got hurt at their house, you wouldn't sue them or sue the school. So you can do this after you come. Um, and you could also do it before you come if you would like to start corresponding with a family or a friend in advance. All right, and now we come to the next topic, which is what should you bring to the United States? So Daniel's going to talk about this.
Okay, great. Thank you, Julie. And good morning, everyone. Yeah, we're only a few months away, and you're probably starting to think about what you need to bring. You might only have 1 or 2 suitcases, and there's a lot to bring. We've tried to make this list simple for you. So what you definitely need to bring is an official transcript. If we do not have a final official transcript from your university, please bring that with you when you come to the US. You also need to plan on bringing all travel related documents, both an original and a copy. Um, so any visa related documents, I-20s, those sort of things. Copies of your medical records. So you will need to bring those as well. Clothes and shoes. Now, Rockford, you'll be arriving in August. Rockford has 4 seasons, and our summers can be kind of hot, and our winters kind of cold and snowy. So if you're not used to that, or if your country's weather is a little bit different, please think about that and be prepared to bring clothes for hot weather and cold weather. Personal electronics, so you want to make sure you have your phones, laptops, those sort of things. And something to keep in mind with that, um, some countries will have different power outlets. So if your country has a different kind of outlet, and that will vary by country, you can check online. You might need to purchase a 110-volt power adapter so that your electronics and your chargers can be used in the US. Um, you should plan on bringing some cash with you. You can, at the airport, you might be able to do some currency exchange so you can have some US dollars. Or if you have an international credit card or a credit card without international fees. And then a kind of a fun thing that you might want to think about bringing, we do a lot of great international events at Rockford University. So if you have some sort of traditional items from your culture, something interesting that you want to share with our community, you can bring some of those items along with you as well. Next slide. All right, so here are some things that you don't need to bring with you. Bedding, towels, laundry supplies, some cooking appliances with open heating elements, candles or anything with an open flame, or illegal substances. So as you can see in this picture here, when you arrive to Rockford University and you get into your room, we will provide a welcome basket for you. So some of these items listed here, like bedding and towels, along with other things like soap and hangers, will be provided for you when you arrive. So those are a lot of kind of items that you will not need to worry about fitting into your suitcase or your backpack when you travel. Julie, did I miss anything?
The only thing I can think of is back on this slide, make sure your travel documents are in your backpack because you will not be able to retrieve your suitcase before you may be asked to produce those. So if your documents are in your suitcase and the customs officer asks you to show your I-20 and you don't have it on your person, it can cause a delay in the airport.
Great. Thank you.
All right. This is one of our very happiest days of the year, is the day when we get to go to the airport and pick all of you up. So as soon as you land on your plane, as soon as you get into Wi-Fi, you'll be able to talk to us on WhatsApp, and we will be sending you a picture of your airport pickup driver. So when you land, you can send us a message saying, I'm here, and we'll say, hooray, we're here also. You will go through customs, which can take up to 2 hours, and then you will come out of those doors where we'll be waiting with a Rockford University purple sign. We'll all be wearing purple, and we'll take you safely to campus. So this offer is only for airport pickup day, which is Thursday, August 14th. And we ask you to make your flight between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. to arrive to Chicago International O'Hare Airport. Now, if you can't get a flight until 4:05, of course, we'll wait for you. And if you get a flight a little bit earlier, you just might have to wait for us a little bit. So Rockford University staff members will pick you up. If you absolutely can't arrive on that day, we do have a bus service from O'Hare to Rockford, and it's called Van Gelder, and so we can buy you a bus ticket. All right, some of you might have a connecting flight in the US. For example, if you fly from your home country to California first or New York first, make sure you allow about 3 hours between flights because you will have to go through customs after the first flight, and you want to make sure you have time to catch your second flight. And just a reminder, you can't come into the US until the date on your I-20, which is July 15th, unless, of course, you're already here, Melissa. And you can't move on to campus housing until August 14th. All right, this applies to everybody. Orientation is Friday, August 15th. Part of it is absolutely mandatory, and it's the part that will begin at 1 p.m. at Howard Coleman Library. So we will welcome you. You will meet the president and all the vice presidents. We will have a session on F1 immigration regulations because our job is to make sure that you stay in status and that you don't break the law. And so we will explain those things to you. We will connect you with campus resources. You'll get to meet someone from our health department, from our campus safety department, and different other resources on campus. And then we'll introduce you to the RU portal. That's where you find your finances, your grades, your unofficial transcript, your class schedule, and many other things. And then if you want, you can have a campus tour so you're all ready to find your classes when classes start on Wednesday. All right. In addition to mandatory orientation, we have a lot of other fun activities, and we hope that you will participate in all or most of them. So this is just a tentative list, but what we have planned is Friday, take you to a bank, help you with your phone. There is a transfer student orientation in the evening, which is mandatory if you are a transfer student, and then a game night. Saturday, we take students to Walmart. Saturday evening, there is a welcome dinner for all new students. On Sunday, there's a progressive dinner for international students. I'll talk about that more in a minute. And Monday, a hiking trip to Starved Rock, which I'll also talk about more in a minute. Tuesday is a rest day. Organize your room, find your classrooms, and get mentally prepared to start class on Wednesday. All right, this is one of my favorite events of the year. Last year was the first one, and it was so much fun. We decided to do it again. So a progressive dinner is where you eat each course of a meal at a different house. So our community friends graciously offered to host. So for example, you had a salad as your first course at one house, and then you had a main dish at a second house, and then you had dessert at a third house. By that time, everyone was very full, but we were having lots of fun. So, and you can see the Rockford University Van Terra. That's what we will use to pick you up at the airport, probably, or else we'll rent a van. Either way, you will have transportation provided. So on the left, when we got to one house, they had a snow cone station. So I don't know how many of you have snow cones in your country, but it is shaved ice and it is covered with flavored syrup. And so they had about 12 different flavors. So this is our student from Nanjing Sport, Wu, and he had never had a snow cone before. So he's showing you his very first snow cone that he had at our progressive dinner. Then on Monday, we have a Starved Rock hiking trip. Starved Rock is kind of a famous park, and there is some caves, some waterfalls. It's very green, very beautiful, and it's a wonderful time to just relax and walk around in the woods and get to know each other. And usually we have a picnic lunch, and my husband comes and cooks you a meal in the woods. So I hope that you also look forward to this Starved Rock hiking trip. All right. Again, here's our contact information. We really want you to feel like you can feel connected with us so that we can help you with any challenges you may be facing as you go through this process of getting here, which is, something that's new.